Mr. Dog adopted a human boy as his son. Due to his exceptional intelligence, the boy graduated from school early and pursued scientific research on his own, inventing a time machine that allowed him to travel freely between ancient and modern times. As the boy grew up, teachers became increasingly afraid of him in class because he always pointed out errors. One day at lunch, when the boy went to buy food, he was mocked by classmates. The scene erupted in laughter. The boy retaliated swiftly, leaving a deep bite mark on a classmate. The principal summoned Mr. Dog to the office, blaming his poor teaching for the incident and threatening to revoke his custody rights. Mr. Dog, feeling unjustly accused, invited the boy's classmates and their families to dinner that evening to resolve the conflict. He cautioned the boy not to reveal the secret of the time machine. However, in a blink of an eye, the boy nervously appeared, having been transported by the girl using the time machine to ancient Egypt, where she was supposed to marry a prince, but learned she was to be buried alive the next moment. Panicked, she was chased by guards until the time machine owner coincidentally arrived to intervene. On their wedding day, amidst fireworks and smoke, they caused a commotion that locals wanted to resolve quickly. However, on their way back, the machine was caught in a black hole's gravitational pull, hurling them into medieval times. The boy admired the Trojan horse and wanted to wear armor to fight, but he was scared off with just a roar. Seeing him about to be struck down, his adoptive dog father once again appeared, saving him from a fatal blow. Mr. Dog made precise calculations and used a rope to secure the Trojan horse, narrowly avoiding a cliff fall. Suddenly, the wood cracked, and the two children watched helplessly as Mr. Dog was pulled over the cliff by the rope. In a sudden inspiration, the boy decided to return to the beginning using the time machine. Despite warnings that this could disrupt space-time, he pressed the confirm button. Upon opening the elevator doors, he encountered another version of himself. Though they didn't understand what had happened, both boys instinctively hid from each other, plunging the world into chaos. Due to the disruption of space-time, many ancient figures ended up in the present. Inside the house, Mr. Dog was still pondering a solution when the principal arrived for a home visit. He spotted the two boys and threatened to revoke the dog's custody rights. Unexpectedly, due to indirect contact, the two boys were drawn to each other. This further disrupted space-time. If the people weren't sent back within 10 minutes, the disturbance of space-time would become irreversible. However, the principal ignored these concerns, believing the dog was unfit to be a father. Meanwhile, on the street, the boy revealed his feelings for the first time. Though Mr. Dog was just a dog, he never despised his adopted human son. Instead, he always took care of him in every way possible, making him forever his thought father. These words deeply moved the listeners, who pleaded for the father and son not to be separated. The principal cited legal reasons against it, but George Washington, who had traveled through time, stepped forward and directly legislated that dogs could adopt humans. Embarrassed, the principal felt humiliated. However, the dog father and son were still unhappy, because unless the space-time rift was closed, the world would truly descend into chaos. With the help of geniuses like Einstein and Newton, they finally found a way to shut down the time machine. However, the process required manual intervention throughout. As they flew into the time machine, they discovered it was already operating beyond capacity. Closing it now would give them a slim chance of survival. Nevertheless, for the sake of humanity, they proceeded. With a flash of blue light, the time machine was successfully shut down. While the world order was restored, there was no sign of the two. Just as people began to think they had disappeared, fireworks erupted in the sky. The two had successfully returned.